Now on Spotlight, Santa and his elves were not the only ones working hard over the holiday break. We're going to show you the work being done inside our schools, paid for with proceeds from the penny sales tax. Congrats! The great news about graduation rates inside the Palm Beach County school system. And one of our graduates making a name for himself in the hospitality industry. We'll profile our very own top chef and tell you why he credits our schools for his success. Hi everyone, I'm Rick Blackwell. Welcome to the very first episode of Spotlight on Education for the new year. While many of us were relaxing over the holidays, it was a very busy time for construction crews inside our schools. With students, teachers, and administrators on break, they took advantage of empty classrooms to tackle projects paid for with proceeds from the penny sales tax. Workers inside some Palm Beach County public schools give new meaning to the holiday break. With students and teachers on vacation, construction crews took advantage of empty schools, working around the clock on all sorts of improvements, paid for with proceeds from the penny sales tax. At Wellington Landings Middle School, students will benefit from brand new tile in the cafeteria. At Lighthouse Elementary School in Jupiter, workers started the first day of the holiday vacation, making major improvements to the office and the media center, from new flooring to new ceiling tiles. And at Del Prado Elementary School in Boca Raton, no holiday vacation for these workers, who put a fresh coat of paint on the walls inside the school. Crews work early morning hours, weekends, and holidays, whatever it takes to get the job done, and ensuring students will not be impacted by crews on campus, the smell of paint, and the noise created by heavy machinery. The School District of Palm Beach County is home to the state of Florida's School Counselor of the Year. Megan Stair is one of the many reasons why the district is enjoying an historically high graduation rate of 91.7.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Megan.
Thank you.
We are so excited. You are the Florida School Counselor of the Year.
Superintendent Donald Fenoy and Park Vista Principal Reginald Myers surprise and congratulate Counselor Megan Stair, this year's Florida School Counselor of the Year.
Having effective counselors in schools helps us to target the social and emotional challenges that students come to school with, thereby allowing us to be able to increase our graduation rates.
That's one of the most exciting parts, graduation day, when you see a kid who didn't think they were going to graduate and they're there in their cap and gown. It's one of the most amazing parts of the job.
Megan, students, and staff all instrumental in helping the district make history. The graduation rate for fiscal year 2018 soared to 91.7% for our district-operated schools. The pace of this milestone surpasses the goal set forth by the district's strategic plan. The rate outperformed the state and 5 other large urban school districts.
It's an absolute focus of ours, and I'm proud of everyone, including counselors, and our kids. Again, they have to do the work in the end.
And it's the kids and their successes that bring satisfaction to educators.
It's such a rejuvenating experience. Every smile, every firm handshake, every story that you don't know but you hear about later of a kid who persevered things that you and I probably couldn't imagine to get to that moment. That's what it's all about.
Congratulations to Megan. Well, if you haven't seen it yet, check out the school district's new website. It's easy to use, putting everything you need right at your fingertips. Congratulations to Sebastian Elney, a graduate of Boca Raton High School. Sebastian scored the winning goal in the NCAA National Semifinal for the Maryland Terrapins. Maryland would go on to win the national championship game against the University of Akron. Everyone at Boca High is thrilled and so proud of Sebastian. Also feeling a lot of pride, his mom, Dr. Aurora Francois, who is a support services manager for the school district. Well, with the help of PBCSD board member Dr. Deborah Robinson, Roosevelt Middle School's Leadership Academy enjoyed an inspiring visit from Mr. Ivan Yeager, Chief Executive Officer of the Yeager Companies. As Anthony Agrisani explains, Mr. Yeager started a career as an inventor and entrepreneur when he was just in the 7th grade.
My story began as a middle school student. My name is Ivan Yeager. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Yeager Companies. I'm an inventor and an entrepreneur. My career actually began with a science fair project. And at the time, there was a television show called The $6 Million Man.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
I decided I was going to design and build a bionic arm.
The Leadership Academy here at Roosevelt Middle is to inspire young youth to open their imaginations to all the different possibilities.
My parents gave me anything around the house that would break. Do you see parts that look familiar?
What I got out of today was how one thing can turn into a huge thing.
With leadership, you have to be able to present yourself.
What I got out of this is that believing in yourself can help you achieve goals.
They just unlock that imagination.
Inspiration is available everywhere. You just have to see what your passion is and what connects with you. No matter what the challenges are, you can overcome those challenges.
Poinciana Elementary School is home to a brand new reading oasis. Thanks to a generous donation from the Kiwanis Club, students at the school have a special area where they can read books in a cozy environment. Poinciana STEM Elementary School Principal Kathleen DePuma, joined by members of the Boynton Beach Kiwanis Club, to cut the ribbon on a brand new reading oasis. Students get their first look at this oasis, a former storage area now transformed into a super cool, cozy, and comfortable area where children can enjoy a good book.
It's everything. It's why we're here working with our students, why we're here in education, to see a child learn to read and develop a love for reading. We've done our job.
And the Boynton Beach Kiwanis Club has made it their job to help students. They raised $5,000 to pay for chairs, shelves, puppets, and books.
It makes us realize that our hard work is doing something, and we're going to change, hopefully get some kids interested in reading, and eventually that could change some kids' lives.
In the Reading Oasis, students are allowed to keep the books for their home collection.
Thank you for all the books. We'd love to read all of them.
During a dedication ceremony for the Oasis, students talked about the importance of reading, and there was a performance from the Poinciana STEM Elementary Choir. You could say, browsing books on beanbags and sharing stories with siblings.
These are a few of my favorite things.
I know the students at Poinciana Elementary School really appreciate their reading room. And at South Olive Elementary School, the kindergarten students were thrilled to see one of their favorite literary heroes come to life. In Lisa Murphy's kindergarten class, the children love stories involving the Gingerbread Man. The Gingerbread Man books are a favorite in the class, so you can imagine the excitement when someone spotted the Gingerbread Man on campus. He was trying to hide, but once he was discovered, it became quite the scene at South Olive Elementary. So much so, the Gingerbread Man needed some protection from the school police officer. What a thrill for these young readers. Well, during Computer Science Education Week, students, teachers, and staff worldwide participate in activities to introduce people of all ages to computer science. Tricia Shervin takes you to some area activities for the Hour of Code, designed to show that anyone can learn coding basics.
Well, you have to have a dance to begin with.
Most of the things in everyday life are in code. Like, we have code in our brains. Like, our brain is kind of like code. Like, I'm talking right now, my brain is coding me to do that.
5th grade Hagen Road Elementary student Jayla Robbins understands the concept of coding and is creating a character dance party on the computer with her classmates.
This is super fun. I've been into coding a lot lately, and I like exploring all kinds of apps and making cool games.
Exposing students of all ages, teachers, and staff to computer science is part of a worldwide event to celebrate Computer Science Week called Hour of Code. The lessons make learning coding exciting.
It's puzzles, it's problem solving, it's logic. It's also showing how well they're doing in math, reading. It's a lot about following step-by-step instructions, which we call algorithm, and they're really taking this into their classrooms.
AP Computer Science students at Olympic Heights Community High School are introducing their peers to coding.
Coding can take you different paths, career-wise, and it can open up a lot of doors, and you can do a lot with coding. You can go into robotics, go into anything social media-wise, computer-wise.
Events such as Hour of Code help demystify the devices and apps we all love so much.
We use technology in such a real way every day in our lives. We need to look beyond just using it. We need to understand how it's created, how it's consumed, and we need to take a small part in educating our students in understanding that.
To help students be better prepared to compete in this technologically diverse world, the School District of Palm Beach County offers many computer science learning opportunities, from coding in kindergarten to AP Computer Science in high school.
And when I get to college, I'm going to be one step ahead of everyone else because I have that foundation and I have the experience that I learned at this school.
Our schools are filled with all sorts of inspiring people and inspiring stories. Today's student reporter, Jadlyn Bruce, shares one with us that centers on a fellow classmate of hers at Seminole Ridge High School and his very special role model.
For people that plan on entering the broadcast journalism industry, there are many obstacles that one faces. But for one student at Seminole Ridge, his obstacles were a bit different than most. Tristan Onofre is a sophomore in the TV Production Academy and was born with cerebral palsy. Although the disability restricts him from most things, he doesn't let that stand in his way of his passion for TV production.
At home, I have another computer that's all touch screen, and it works with my hat.
Last year, Tristan learned about an editor at a local news station with similar physical limitations who has overcome them. Since then, he's been waiting to meet Mike Caruso, and this November, he had something to be thankful for when he finally got to meet his real-life hero.
He's like me. I remember being his age, wanting to do a lot of things in life and wanting to, take on the world. And I decided that I wanted to make sure that people like Tristan don't give up. People that, that they can see me and I don't mind being a role model. There's nothing wrong with that.
Tristan seemed to have had a good time wheeling around with his new friend.
I was so happy to meet him.
Mike was diagnosed with a muscular disorder which physically disables him, making him wheelchair-bound. He edits, produces, and sometimes even reports for Channel 12, but has faced many hurdles getting to where he is today.
People will help me, but the hardest part is getting people to know me. And that's the hardest thing. Some people like to treat me like with velvet gloves, I'm afraid I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to, but I'm just normal like anybody else, and that's really the only hardest thing.
Tristan believes that being a human being always comes first, and a disability comes second.
We all think about the same, and how people supposed to look at us and they put it not a person with a disability.
Mike has offered to be Tristan's mentor to help him achieve his dream of entering the news world. Tristan says that seeing a person like Mike inspires him to keep pushing and working hard. For WSearch Extra, I'm Jadlyn Bruce.
New Horizons Elementary School 4th grade dual language program students spend some time approaching their own social issues from a school counselor's perspective. Student reporter Leanne Desai shows us how they use literature to develop resources for themselves and other students.
Hi, my name is Leanne Desai, student reporter of New Horizons Elementary. We did a special project called Bibliotherapy to help kids with their everyday social problems.
Bibliotherapy is a therapy that's provided to other people through literature. So using literature to be able to heal or cure their personal situation that they're going through.
For example, the book Wonder, it can teach you like it doesn't matter what you look like, it matters like how you are.
They were engaged, they were just going through on a daily basis and coming out and telling me, Miss Borges, I read this and this is what I learned and this is what I think and this is what the character did and this is how it applies to me.
This project is very important to me because instead of just making it, let's say, 3rd through 5th graders, we can make it more nationwide to help other kids.
When we're looking at self-management and responsible decision-making and self-awareness, those students were tying right into those themes and found them directly in the books and found that as part of inspiration with their peers.
Very proud because the goal behind this was not only to be able to help other 3rd to 5th grade students, but they were actually able to apply to their own lives.
Overcoming challenges. I survived the attack of September 11, 2001.
The different books that they were reading was in Spanish and in English, and then from the variety of books that they read, they were able to come together and agree upon which ones would be best for bibliotherapy for other students.
I'm impressed that I actually got a chance to do this, and I'm happy that I got to participate in something for other children.
This project made an impact into the world. It helped kids know that they're not alone facing these experiences. There are books that can help you help yourself. My name is Leanne Desai, student reporter of New Horizons.
Thanks, Leanne. Jimmy Everett has worked in kitchens around the world. His recipe for success: hard work, dedication to his craft, and the education he received inside the Palm Beach County School District. We profile this top chef straight ahead on Spotlight on Education.
You want the best for your baby, a healthy birth, a happy home. You want to prepare your child for school and see your graduate take on the world. Children's Services Council is here to help. For more than 30 years, we've championed Palm Beach County's children, and we've created something just for you. Our free Every Parent website and app connects families raising children in Palm Beach County to local tips and resources. Visit us today at everyparentpbc.org.
When our kids don't go to school every day, they get further and further behind. From preschool to high school, every day counts. They need to go to grow every day, all day. Attendance matters.
Welcome back to Spotlight on Education. I'm Rick Blackwell. We continue our profiles of outstanding graduates inside our school district. It's a feature we call Our Story. Today we feature Jimmy Everett, who attended Santa Lucia's Community High School. Jimmy has worked in restaurants around the world and is the current owner of Driftwood, a restaurant in Boynton Beach.
My name is Jimmy Everett. I'm a graduate of the Culinary Arts program at Santa Lucia's High School. Because of all the great teachers there, I was able to open up my own restaurant, Driftwood, here in Boynton Beach. The Culinary Academy at Santa Lucia's gave me the opportunity to focus my attention on what I really loved and learn that from an early age. I would like to do whatever I can to help give back to that community, to the school, those teachers. When I was in high school, having that opportunity to learn the way that I like to learn, the way that I learn best, that's what really helped me. That's what helped me hone in on what my career path was going to be. I'm Jimmy Everett, and I'm part of Our Story.
Straight ahead on Spotlight on Education, a love of learning is crystal clear at Crystal Lakes Elementary School. We profile this Boynton Beach school straight ahead.
Since inception and rollout, it has been spot on.
Gateway is really easy to access.
I think it empowers the students.
Welcome to SIS Gateway,
your gateway to better communication with the schools and teachers that impact you. It's called SIS Gateway. The SIS stands for Student Information System. Some call it SIS, others call it SIS, but those who've tried it call it awesome.
I think it's going to be a huge shift in the right direction.
It shows your grades right away, so you see what you have in each class and what assignments that you're missing.
I do like the idea that we can be notified when our grades drop below a certain point because my grades are really important to me.
And I think this appeals to all. You don't have to be that techie to get the information. It's readily available at your fingertips.
I do it from my home computer. I have it automatically set up, so I just click a button and it automatically opens.
You can see every bit of information about your child. If you're interested in their class ranking, it's there. If you're interested in whether or not they have met and satisfied certain graduation requirements, it's there.
I know that her community service requirement has been met. I know that her online course requirement has been met. I know that there are EOCs that have been met. Like, that screen tells me all of that.
The SIS Gateway, it helps me monitor my GPA.
I feel like the SIS system has just shifted us totally to that aspect. With the email access, parents are able to email that teacher instantly. We automatically have access to attendance.
I like the fact that I'd be able to add my additional students my kids onto one screen, and I wouldn't have to go back and forth and remember different usernames and passwords for each one of them.
I have it linked to my phone where I can get updates or alerts as needed. So it makes it convenient. It's an easy to follow program, and the icons and everything in it is nice and just straightforward.
Seeing the future dates of the assignments help me plan out when assignments are going to be due so I can better plan out what my work schedule for doing the assignments are going to be.
Because of the SIS Gateway, like, my grades have increased. Last year I wasn't an AB honor roll student, but now this year I am. So it really helps me.
I would just say, parents, this is what you've been praying for and asking for years, and it's here. Take advantage of it and use it to help support your kids.
Welcome back to Spotlight. Puppet shows, student videos, rocketry, and race cars. Just some of the learning tools at Crystal Lakes Elementary School. And recently I visited the school and I put together this profile. Crystal Lakes Elementary School unites staff, parents, and the community to create a child-centered environment of lifelong learners where all students achieve.
I like Crystal Lakes Elementary because everyone's really nice here and it's a lot of fun.
I love the teachers, and our PTA is awesome, and all the students here learn a lot.
There's a bunch of different organizations and clubs that you can be in.
They have a great staff and they make learning fun.
Students love the hands-on projects at Crystal Lakes Elementary. In this case, it's hands-in. They're making puppets.
Every puppet's going to be different.
The children express their creativity and they learn how to work together.
We're allowed to do things that are out of the box, where we follow the curriculum, but we're allowed to be innovative and use different techniques.
Yes, outstanding teachers using the latest technology. There are computers everywhere at this school. In this class, students shoot their own videos. They know how to take the footage and edit their own news stories.
It's very complicated, but it's actually very fun to learn new things about, technology and stuff.
These kindergarten students enjoy computer time and story time.
In China, pandas are sometimes called Daxiongmao, which means giant bear cat.
Teachers instill in the boys and girls the love of reading. And at Crystal Lakes, it's really about the love of learning. From rocketry to building race cars, creating art, and singing songs.
Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Be happy.
Happy, healthy, a school with heart. And Crystal Lakes Elementary also features a wonderful after-school program where the children participate in several projects like gardening.
Yay!
Hey! Good job, guys.
Here, boys and girls grow into the future leaders of tomorrow. Thanks to the administrators, teachers, parents, and students who make Crystal Lakes Elementary School such a wonderful place. And now here's a look at the community calendar. The deadline to apply for all choice programs is January 25th. There are some amazing programs across the school district, everything from medical and culinary to firefighting and fashion, aeronautics and automotive. There's something for everyone. Take advantage of these wonderful opportunities. Again, the deadline is January 25th. And just to be clear, the deadline has already passed for the arts programs at Bach Middle School of the Arts, the Conservatory School, Boynton Beach Arts Programs, and A.W. Dreyfus School of the Arts. Well, do you have an event or other news you'd like us to know about? Please feel free to share it with us at goodnews@palmbeachschools.org. Who knows, you could see your news right here on TV. And that'll do it for this edition of Spotlight on Education, brought to you by the Education Network, keeping you informed.